Hey, Royal Rough Riders. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing fine tonight. Oftentimes I'm deep in thought. I think about y'all all day because if we're going to bring up our energy, we have to do it when everybody's on the same level of thinking so that we can get our thoughts on one accord so we can establish the greatness of that chord. Let me get into it. I want to say something to you that I hope you understand. Thoughtful is when the thought was full. Thoughtless is you gave it a thought, but you begin to care less about the one you should have thought more of. We give so much thought to dead things. Yeah, we give so much thought to houses, cars, money. All that is dead stuff. That when someone is no more alive, we celebrate them more. After somebody passes on, we give more thought to them no longer being alive than we did when they were alive. Make it make sense. Yes, you miss them. Yeah, you miss them when they were alive. Now they're no longer here. I understand because like I said, you miss them. We all miss our loved ones that have moved on from this realm into the next realm. But now they're no longer here. We feel as though this is what I think the reason why people do that. You feel as though you keep them alive by your thoughts. How do you keep somebody alive by your thoughts that when they were here, they weren't a thought within your thoughts? And you feel like people feel like they let them balloons go and they have a birthday party, that they're still alive, by the thoughts that you're giving. But I think you keep them alive by your thoughts because of you being thoughtless of those you should have been more thoughtful of when they were alive. That makes no sense to me. But it's a lot of people do it. I don't know if people do that to make themselves feel better, if they feel guilty that they didn't do right by the person whom um, they should have done right by when they were alive. Or maybe they done something to that person. Or maybe they didn't do what they were supposed to have done. That's guilt too, but you got to understand this thing here. If you, and I hope you don't, harm someone who have given you life, then you're already dead. I know sometimes parents can do some terrible things. I get it. I'm not talking about those parents who have done terrible things and we know that there, a lot of monstrosity going on. I'm talking about a parent who has done right by you, that you decide somewhere in your mind to do wrong by them because you think they wronged you by something they said, but they did the best they can do for you. Nobody is perfect. Not even you. Not even me. Nobody. But we have a purpose. But we're so worried about the things on the surface. We forget about the things that we should be doing for the people whom has done for us, whether it's a little or a lot. Just be thankful to God for what you got, and you're here to testify to the goodness of God if you can't find the goodness of men. And I mean men, women, it ain't just males. If you can't testify to the goodness of someone, you can testify to the goodness of God that you made it through whatever you went through, whatever was done to you. So I hope that helped y'all. I hope that we continue on after today, every day being more thoughtful of those that we should be thoughtful of. And don't worry about the dead things that we are chasing after. We should give less thought to those things, because those things will never be living. I'm gonna tell you this, and then I'm gonna go. A house ain't gonna change your diaper if you need your diaper changed. A house ain't gonna take your temperature. A car ain't gonna drive you to the doctor. Well, I know they got cars that drive by themselves now, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You need someone that you're going to care for, and they're going to care for you as well. Money ain't gonna care for you. Yeah, it can buy you some care, but the thing about it, do they really care? So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before.